This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Right side, it's Frazier. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Right at the line. And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
Man this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Quarterback changing the play. Running inside. It's Scott.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Finds his man down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Scott. He'll toss it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in this situation.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snap it to the back. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Great place to start for this offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Got the quick pass. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Georgia! Fitted in the window for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fired in there, but incomplete. Second and long here. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. In traffic, it's Jackson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. It's complete. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Under pressure. Quarterback gets the first down. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. The 30. He's at the touchdown. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We reach the break. It's NC State on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Number 9, set to kick this one.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run it.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Lowers those pads. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going to the run, it's Scott. Got some room, both pack. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They're all over it, and they got it.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his target. Powers through. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Caught on the RPO. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first. Here comes the heat. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd down after the incompletion. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give, running right, it's Frazier.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell, maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason it was an inaccurate throw.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. To the air, it's Stockton. Left side, it's Frazier. Bulldozes his way through. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for room, it's Scott. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Going for the big play. He's got it up to 30. He's loose down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all away. Touchdown, NC State.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Handoff for Frazier. He's got enough. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 17 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's Georgia State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Pac-12 Conference.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Jackson. Open space at the 25. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little...
Touchdown, North Carolina State! Made the grab in the end zone for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Using his legs, it's Scott. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
They'll run him again. Taken down.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Scott. He'll pitch it. Nice move there. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it. Reels it in. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Defense dropping into soft coverage. With the catch, it's Humphries. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Blasted as he lets it go. And he gets rid of it.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10.